As the interest on Bible code, Torah code, lately, as I see, is growing, suddenly people show really interest. Before it looked like it's a game, so they didn't at all concentrate on the table, what is behind, even though it is known that already science accepted the fact that Bible code are scientific, that they have the condition, minimal good meetings, and really some people want to know more about it. What really makes them? It is really funny that after such long time, it looks like that people not yet accept that the codes have some basis, and even though the Doilim, the great rabbi, Shlomo Auerbach, and Shlomo Fisher, Balbersheim, all of them, and Silman encouraged to do it. So this is a sign, clear proof that is really Torah is from heaven. And in fact, it is known that Rabbeinu Bachya, 800 years ago, in the book Genesis, first chapter, brings the birth of the moon, according to the Bible, according to more, really. The Bible could be clearly shows what the Torah is, means the blueprint of creation. The Torah was the basis of creation. God looks in the books of 5 books of Moses, and they were really the program of the 6,000 years. So this is a fact. So people want to know more and to understand more. So we show what an old one which we did, but unfortunately, as I saw from the comments, not so many people looks at it, even though I think one of the best proof of the Bible code, because if you look each table of it as mainly the condition of good Bible code, which is meeting. So, okay, we try to show you now table after table, there are a lot of tables. No, people will have patience, and know it's important because those tables, the Bible code table looking into Italy, serious people, what you were saying, become Orthodox, but they really their belief in Torah become very strong. Definitely, we know quite well that Professor Michelson clearly said in the article that this is what brought him to Judaism, to keep Torah. Dr. Rothenberg says the same. So let us see, try to follow these tables if you can, and try to explain to you what is in this table and also why they are really significant. So let us start really step by step and hoping that you will learn for it, you know. So what we have in this table? So in this table you have in black Sofen Mashiach, the code of Messiah, Messianic code. Why? Because it is famous, really, that the pupil of the Vilna Gaon, his name, he brought a lot of proofs that before the time of Messiah, new discoveries will come on the Hebrew letters, through Gematria, through Bible code, and other known things which are seen, really, only things are seen through the Hebrew letters. So, what you have here, Bible code, that means code, which is Messianic code. Then you have really what we said is the main purpose of the code is to strengthen our faith. So parallel comes here, the word, the faith, yeah, and the year, when we did it, 578 2022, which was sabbatical here, and it is not sabbatical here, and mainly Afterward, the continuation is the time of Messiah. But we need definite for this. What you have here, repentance, teshuvah, no, and how much we missed it. Now, speaking about codes, you know quite well who is really involved in this. So those who follow our YouTubes could see Professor Rips, Elia Rips, Elia, minimum is all Torah. Yeah, so Rips Elia comes exactly with the Messianic code. Yeah, this is what he is definitely together with Ron Bistum. They worked on it and really showed what codes are and how they work. Amazing. So you have Elia Rips here and you have again Rips here. To have Elia Rips, yeah, minimal in the Torah with Aleph, yeah. With the Aleph, minimal is here, but Rep here, Rips with the first letter, definitely far away from being coincidence to come exactly with the Messianic code. Then there's Reuven, which is Professor Ralik, also very involved in the codes in the past, a little bit now he's busy with other things, but because the scientists, universities wanted him to work on their work, but he was before very much involved in codes. Then you have again, very interesting, even you have the word Ha'emunah. It's amazing. You see, not in Stam Emunah, Ha'emunah, the face, and again the face. Unbelievable, yeah? Telling us that this is the basis of faith, because when you see it, and now it comes in the Torah, yeah, it comes here clearly, prove the Torah from heaven. And those who are involved, Professor Rips, Ruben Arik, myself, not being a scientist, but still trying to expand to understand these things according to logic. I mean, you don't need to be a scientist. That if you see a messianic code, with rips together, and this, you don't need to be statistic and say it is statistically. Only first that it comes with Professor Rips, face, definitely far away from being coincidence. So you repent on. So this is really give you a picture, but we see there more. So let us see some more interesting thing. Now, here what you have, the importance of codes, yeah, besides being the strength in our faith in God, in the Torah, this is the honor of God. In Hebrew, Kvod Torah, once in the Torah you have Kvod Torah, the honor of the Torah, and what are the codes, according. Amazingly, here also you have the codes, HaKodim, minimal, and Kvod Torah, and basically, so again, without statistics, the chances that the codes will come, minimal with on the Kvod Torah. So, now this is definitely to do with science, the science, because all this built on science, Hamada, they have to do with Kabbalah, because in Kabbalah, all is indicated about this phenomena. Yeah, this is part of secrets of the Torah, and a lot of secrets of the Torah, Kabbalistic ideas, comes through this way. So here again you have Aralik, the Kuf, is there, Aralik, who also very much involved in this, so Aralik comes here. And you have the honor of the Torah, and again, Emunah, faith, faith, interesting. So again, very interesting table also. Definitely having those words, minimal good meetings, and also science, this science really. Don't know if maybe the minimal is Torah, but exactly come with codes together, because also based on science. What we are doing now, this is science that enable us to find all these things. So this is which we saw before, and this one adds to it. So let us see more. Now, this one is in Hebrew, but also very interesting. And this is, here you have Kes Vachoshech, into darkness, and this is exactly the idea of the codes, because darkness you don't understand things, and comes the codes in the Torah and shows you, many things happenings we had in the Torah, the Twin Towers and many other things. So, and to darkness, Kodim, yeah, codes, and to darkness are the Kodim, unbelievable, yeah, also definitely very significant. So, we have here, we mentioned before, the Bible code or Messianic code. Which Messiah? We have son of Jesse, son of Joseph. So both of them, and many the codes, many indications are connected with the son of Joseph, Ben Yosef, son of Joseph. Called him son of Joseph into darkness. And who is very much involved in the codes? Rips. Yeah, Rips. Yeah. Professor Rips. The Samech of Joseph is Rips. No, it shows some connection. Then you have again, which I saw before, this is the ear, but Tafshin Pei. Bet, Tafshin Pei Bet. This process we start from the year 782, 2022. This is a sabbatical this was, and again, Sons of Yosef. But you have more here. This is, in fact, a date that lots of indication show that it was the right time. Jews will repent. But it was also Tafshin Ayin Vav, 776, was the year after sabbatical, which is the time of Messiah. So here we have also, because all this idea, of course, have to do with Messianic codes. Interesting that you have many in the Torah, like ask a question, Mi Meshichim, or Mi HaMashiach, who is the Messiah? So that doesn't mean when we speak of Messiah, it means because those codes are Messianic codes, so the people who are dealing with this are to do with Messiah, but they're not their Messiah. So you have to know that. So even though you have your minimum the Torah who is a Messiah, yeah? So it can be son of Joseph, definitely. Son of Joseph, who is this one who made the proofs, and I made on YouTube about this, even a book. This Professor Ibsen Hebrew clearly showing the connection with Joseph and the codes. So Mia Mashiach, who is the Messiah, who really behind the code, son of Joseph. Yeah. So let us see more tables, which add a lot to the story, with more than we saw before. So here you have also honor of the Torah, the same thing. By the way, it is interesting, all of it comes in one book. Yeah, Genesis and few chapters. Chapter 13 and 14. So this itself. So once in the Torah, honor of Torah, and according as we saw before, the codes are according before. And here we have clearly connection even to son of Jesse. Verse minimum, well, son of Jesse, very small skip, and again son of Jesse. So accusing to yourself, in statistic, yeah. It's not in few verses. Minimum, son of Jesse, yeah. Torah code. And the year, the research started by the Professor Ibsen, Doron Vista. Amazing. So, right? So let us see more. Every letter, I mean, every table adds to the idea. Another very interesting, significant table. Again, why? You have here Messianic code, which is Sofen Mashiach. It's Sofen Mashiach. You can see it properly, but because it's in the YouTube, so you have Sofen Mashiach Tzopel Mashiach, which is Messianic code, and this is unbelievable. This one is really telling us who was the first one who did these codes, the one with so many minutes of Torah, and we have more just now we see, we have, what is the purpose? What is the purpose of the code? By the way, I'm sorry you cannot see it here, but you have here Rips Aleph. This is what we saw before. We take it from the YouTube so you cannot see. But it's a table that you have Rips Aleph, Rips, so both the one we saw and Rips appear in this table, right? And Messianic code, purpose of the code you have face, and in facing what? In fact, you can see it, but Torah, this is a continuation. The Torah from heaven, Ner Shamayim. This is exactly what the rabbis of Auerbach says and Rav Shlomo Fisher. This is why it's so important to show it, to distribute it, because this is strengthening faith of people in Torah. So Gentile will keep their 7 laws, which is the Torah says they should keep. It's the most important one. Abortion and homosexual they don't keep, which was a source of troubles, the flood came because of this. So the Torah code, Bible code, supposed to strengthen our faith in God. So you have lips and the one, and you have also the date, by the way, of the research. Tafshin Lamedvav 5736. So unbelievable. This one adds to the table. Here is another one. Also, the same idea, very, very significant. Here you have also Rips Elia, and Code of Messiah, And here you have, interesting, the date, which is from me, Tafshin Ein, Vav. So this is exactly the year when the research started, 1976. Then you have again, interesting, you have again this, and then you have Messiah, as we said, this is Mashiach, interesting. You have Messiah parallel also, parallel again to Code of Messiah can be son of Joseph, and again, you have the word code. By the way, also interesting, all this comes mainly in Leviticus, I think that, mainly in Leviticus, only one letter, but Leviticus, which is itself. This is really for my book, which is the Bible code we see just now. Bible code is the end of days, but normally in this book I explain, the above table regarding the verse Mitzvah Messiah called appears in the best meeting, because according to Dr. Rothenberg, this is the most important best meeting in the Torah with which is actually different letter skip. This is definitely the idea of skip, ELS, skipping of the letter Rips, Aleph Rips, Eliyahu Rips, minimal in the Old Torah. So this itself definitely makes the table very significant. Here you have it really, what we saw, but it in a nice way. You can see nicely here, Sofen Mashiach, Messianic code of Messiah, Doron, and Rips, Elia Rips. But here you have even more, you have skip parallel, because basically ELS, equal skip, the letters. So you have skip, amazing. With the code, the code, and skip, right? And code Messiah. And this is a face. It's the most interesting. So here's a verse here says the following: there are the commandments that Lord gave Moses for the Israelite people on Mount Sinai. Amazing, because it's written that already this was given in Sinai, in Torah also. Then also it gives more strength to what we saw before. And here also you have the date of the research, 573, 1973. Then, after this what we saw, let's see if some more ones we have, Kesar Hoshech, this one, we saw also, this one we saw also, and here is another one, which is something interesting. Et Ben Ishai, the time of son of Jesse. Yeah, this is when the code is revealed. And this is really the time that end to darkness, because end to darkness, as we said, has to do with God and the Messiah. 5776 is interesting. I told you that according to many opinions, it was a year, and basically the documentary we did with Richard Shaw Pinbright, until he passed away, really came out as a very strongly on this year. So also it was an important step in the distribution of the Bible code. This one, also interesting, we saw Into Darkness with son of Joseph, Kodim, and Rips. Here we see amazing, minimum the Torah, even Hamashiach, like strengthening the idea of the end of darkness is exactly to do with the coming of Messiah, the discovery. And you think to yourself, what can be the chances end to darkness, how is coding together? And son of Joseph and Rips. So it means every table adds more to the picture. In fact, there are even more than this one. There is another one interesting. You know what is interesting here? Unfortunately, I don't exactly, I don't show it. But this table appears in a skip of 1820 letters. And if you know, there is even a site in the internet about the number 1820. There is a whole book about it. Yeah, Rabbi few brings it, but some of them bring it and explain it unbelievable, because this is a magic number. Yeah, 1820 time, God name, amazing. Yeah, also in the YouTube you can see a lot about this number. If you write the secret of number 20, around 1820, yeah. So you will see a lot about it. It's unbelievable how it goes. So interesting that some interesting ideas comes with this number. So son of Joseph comes here, and like end of days, which is, as we said, this is was also the year which it was sabbatical at that time, and also this is when the documentary where these 2 years mainly done, few stages. And comes to parallel Messiah, Mashiach, family, to do with God. Comes here, this is the year, the pair of the research, 5736, and what is the research? Dilug, skip. I think that it might be even minimal. Yeah, Dilug, skipping completers. End of days, amazing. So, this is what we saw already. This is another one. Which is finding of Doron Wissung. Definitely, as we mentioned, Doron Wissung with Professor Rips really started this research in 1976, and Doron Wissung found unbelievable phenomena. He found a verse which said, Iru beberur, they will see clearly hidden code. Yeah, hidden code. This was the VC. Where the VC? Torah. Yeah, amazing. So we see clearly, meaning that once in the Torah, we see clearly, and this is exactly what is written, Sfania. The book Sfania said in the future, a lot of things will be revealed, yeah, especially about the Hebrew language, the Holy Tongue. So we see, and also a lot of other places prophecy said. So this is what he found. By the way, the skip is 50, and I also few places that prove that the 50 gates of understanding all have to do with the Bible code. So here is Iruv Beru, what you find. And then I try to find more, so I say interesting, Crime 5776. Again, very important here, after sabbatical, yeah, which apparently we missed, but it was important here, it was a stage. This was really the documentary. The year was 1976 of Larry Charles, and then you have more in it, really, if you see, you have really more things in it, and you have Rips here, you have Messiah, yeah, this is the additional thing that I found. The only things that only find the Ruba Bureau in coordinates, but the additional I found, So I found interesting the ear of the rituals. Then also Messiah, because the Messiah code, Okay. And then what you have here, this is the old story. This is the old story, what we wrote about it with Professor Ralik, with Professor Rips, that according to the Vilna Gaon, according to the Vilna Gaon, this verse, 2 years, indicates to the time of the Messianic time, the end of Messianic time, end of time, above. Okay, I wrote a lot about it in this book with Professor Rick. In our book, in the book which we did, Professor Rips, and in the sites really, more of Professor Aralik, which is Torah.us, if it exists, I don't know, but he explained a lot. He brings the Ari of Isaac Luria, which also in the Zohar, the same thing I wrote in the book, the 2 years indicates to the year 5736, because 2 years, which have 65 days, with the 6 letters, come to this year, and he says that this is the end of time above. So, so I thought that the whole discovery of the codes and so on have to do with this. So this is because it means this is really the continuation of what the Ron Witzig found. Iru beveru, yes, there is, there is hidden light, is a hidden code, hidden. So unbelievable, okay? It means like it's written, the basically that there is, and exactly the here is the year of the Bible, of the Torah code. It means the year when Don Witzung and Professor Ip started with this. So, okay, a lot of proofs of this. So, very important, significant table. Then you have another one, and in this one, as I saw, this is the time of Jesse, is the code, and Messiah, and into darkness. Yeah. This is interesting, really. This is another one. We have time of Jesse before, but now we have interesting. The idea is time of Jesse, definitely the time of Messiah, the Messiah, Mashiach, and this is really the time, and it will be into darkness, So, again, the year, Etzapshinayinvav, which is 2016 also, this is a great change. This is also the year after Messiah, the time for after sabbatical, which is the time for Messiah, which apparently we missed, was missing Shuvah. Here another one, the exploration of the codes, see have here what we saw earlier, grapes, and messianic code, the one minimal skip code, yeah, 5772. Interesting. This is a year that we met with Richard Shaw from Pinlight, and then the process, it means the work on the code started. Yeah, it was in the year 5772 that we met Richard Shaw, and then we started the work on the Bible code. Interesting. And then on 575, the documentary came out. So, as I said, very interesting. So I think that we saw now all the tables in this, but I think there are more. But I was the main one. So I hope, I don't know, people might be, it will be difficult for them. I don't know. But I think that this one, if one contemplates, looks into it properly, and he think himself, definitely if he have himself a program, he can buy it. I think, yeah. So you can try and see, check yourself and see what can be the chances. And as I say, my book, which is End of Days in Bible Code, I brought lots of tables, this one of them, and explaining exactly what you see and so on. This is, by the way, Professor Aranik's program. So he also made statistics. He looks statistic, even though I think it's good meeting also here. So End of Darkness from 576 with the research. And this is the name of God, because all the Torah is names of God. So Professor Ralph found the statistically is 14 to 100 fathers. No, you see, statistics also work. Yeah, so into darkness, which is really exactly what the codes are. So, let us see, maybe there are more things here. As we saw, this is the book, you can get it from my site, which is glazersonbooks.com or amazon.com, all my books, in English, in Hebrew, in Japanese also. Yeah, I don't know if in Amazon, but my book also in Japanese, because interesting stories, a professor in Tokyo, because it's such a great interest in Japan, in Hebrew language, so he opens a new faculty in Tokyo University. Okay, so he came to learn Hebrew in the university, Jewish university. At that time, I gave lectures also in the Hebrew language. So he came to me, I did not know it all. Okay, I saw a Japanese fellow comes. So after 2-3 months, he said to me, "Oh, I enjoy so much your language. You talk about the Hebrew language. What I learn in university is not what you teach." So, and then he said to me, "Can I translate 2 of your books?" So, well, the Japanese said, because it's such great interest of the open faculty. Yeah, I said, okay, fine. So I look in the internet, I want to see my books in Japanese. So I saw in Hebrew, he brought me Storim של הקודש, Glazerson, and then he brought Gematria, in what is Gematria in Japanese. He explained, things for my book. Look, very nice. Same somebody knows the Japanese to see there. So as I said, what you see now, I think, are important tables, and maybe it's scientists, but only you need some common sense, no statistics, not to be, yeah. And I said, all the rabbis say that in the great rabbis are letters from the own Bistugers, the letters from Shlomo Fisher, from Shlomo Zalman Auerbach, and they encourage very much, because this is what we need today. We need faith in the Torah and God to keep the Torah. If we want the world to work nicely, then you want the Mashiach to come, definitely everyone wants the Mashiach, but if you are doing against the Torah and so on, it will not come. So I think that all these tables, as I said, there are more tables also, but I took the main ones, hoping that some people will be look at it, will have patience to look at it. So, as I said, really, this is what I'm doing, because the rabbi said it's a great mitzvah to show these codes, definitely if there are a basis, they cannot stand like the others are doing one word here, but when it comes minimal, like Eliyahu Reeves, and parallel in such a way, yeah. Okay, yeah. Okay. What is another table here? Oh, what is there are more, so it's so a pity to miss them. What you have here? No, this is a story. In the late 1970s, Reeves began looking with the help of computer for codes in the Torah. In 1994, Reeves, together with Ron Witzug and Yoav Rosenberg, published in the journal Statistics Science an article, equidistant letter sequences in Book of Genesis. At that time, really, Ron Witzug only looks at Genesis, which claimed the discovery of the encoded message in the Hebrew text of the Book of Genesis. This, in turn, was the inspiration for the 1997 book, The Bible Code, by journalist Michael Rosen. Okay, let's spoke with him. Okay, but it is interesting that really I think that one of the strongest tables, yeah, of the whole wisdom is on Hanukkah. It's unbelievable. The whole story of Hanukkah, Hashmonaim, and so on are this. Mirza Hashem, towards Hanukkah, I will bring you the quotes, unbelievable. And it is, and there is a scientist, yeah, Professor McKay, we try to show that in War and Peace also there is a Hanukkah. So what he found he took the same number of letters of Bereshit, and he said, I found. But in our book with Professor Ibsen and Professor Ralik, Torah called Glimpse into the Infinite, so Professor Ralik shows clearly what is the table of the whole Visur and what he found. And letters are missing. I could not find Hashmonai with full letters, so without letter, Aleph and Vav, Hashmoni found. Then the Hanukkah, he found without Vav. Normally Hanukkah had two meanings. Hanukkah without dedication, but Hanukkah is Hanukkah Fei, and then Kef, and this is what Don Witzig found. Hashmonai, everything. Very, very highly statistical table of Don Witzig. So, interesting. In the table, there is another table here. Makes codes, doing codes. In Hebrew is Osadilugim. Who is doing codes? Rips. You can see Rips. He is doing. The others are doing, but perhaps the codes the Rips are doing are more significant. Okay. And Doron also. Also Doron is Doron and Professor Rips start with the research, right? When they started on the time of 5736, 1976. Osedi Lugim, amazing, comes here. So this also one of my tables in the book, as you saw, yeah. And then I explains what is in this table. In this table, the Osedi Lugim, the doer of letters skipping, occurs once in the Torah. Next to the names, Rips and Doron. Both Professor Rips and Doron Witzig were among the first researchers who did scientific research into the Torah code. The word soften code appears in the table. The year Tafshin number 5736, 1976 also appears in the table. It's noted above, this is the year in which the work of Torah codes was first distributed and published in scientific journals. Interesting. So maybe there are more tables, but I tell you, hoping that people will open their mind to watch, but the Satan is strong, Rabbi, okay, the Rabbi is a story, Harold Gans told me the story when he said that Rabbi, Baltimore, Heinemann is in charge of the kosher food, and Professor Harold Gans is really always asking his advice and everything. So he told me about the position to the court. He could not understand. Besides the fact that the courts are brought in Rabbeinu Bachya, brought in Abu Rafia, brought in Rokach, in the Kabbalah, Moshe Cordovero. But somehow, even some rabbis were against, so he couldn't understand. So Rabbi Heinemann asked him, what is called? Show me, please. So he showed him, I think for 1.5 hours, I think, yeah. So he said to him afterwards, no, the rabbi saw how it works and so on. So what the rabbi saying? So the opposition to the cause is from the Satan. Definitely, the Satan doesn't want people to keep the Torah. If they will keep the Torah, will not have work. All his work is when he's against the Torah. So, this is what the codes are. Okay, look, this is what is the basis. I hope that I will be able to make documentary because there are many more things to give him more of this. And my English is not such a good English, and not many people understand me properly. But so I will take a nice orator, nice people who speak clearly and explain. Unfortunately, we missed such wonderful men, really. Richard Shaw, the promise from heaven that we met him, Professor Reeves, because he explained so much and beautifully the table, and he really he watched it before and he understood what it is. He understood my significant. What can I do? I couldn't find somebody else like him. So, this is what will be a basis for documentary, yeah? It's supposed to read definitely many more. There's explanation, like for example, this table, yeah? This table is a basis of a whole book of mine, yeah? This is Irube Beruze, we see clearly in the ear, yeah, so, and that there is and so this was Joseph, yeah? Officer Joseph was in prison, yeah, 2 years. So he came and he's written the Zohar says that Joseph coming from the prison indicates to time of Messiah. Very interesting. There's a lot about it to explain, and also to explain the connection of this date and so on. So in Hebrew, I made a whole book about it, and also Professor Ralik. So then we need an explanation. And for this, we'll do the document, but this is the basis of the documentary. So, hoping to find a good place to do it. And then I think it will be a great contribution to the world. Very important. Was the rabbis encouraged very much. So interesting and important list of tables, as I said. It's another one, I don't think so. But there are more that I did not bring. See, and some of them we have a lot of material about this. We have really this Professor Arali. Here we have one table which we did, yeah, Enter Darkness, but in fact, it's Professor Arali. We have many more very important tables, which also very highly statistic. But for this, we have to bring them. Okay. So, as I said, hoping that the time will come, people already will realize what are Bible codes and how important them, as the Rebbe said. In fact, the scientists also said. Scientists said clearly, it is known in the places, that if this phenomenon is right, it's the greatest discovery in science after the Galilei, after it means 300 years. He said it, we have letters for this, right? No, but again, difficult to accept it. So interesting list of letters, and I hope that I will find the right place to do it with a good orator, as I said, and explaining much more material, because you must know that the codes is not some story only, it is all learning. It's like this way it is called Doctrine of Messiah. I hope that you saw my YouTube Doctrine of Messiah with the Bible code and what is going on. So this is doctrine is all learning. It's like learning more. Yeah, because there are many times that letter complement each other, yeah, and explain you. Like Yerube Beru, yeah, for example. You need explanation. Okay, they see Beru, but what is the idea and so on. Much more. So Messianic code is really from heaven. And come Doron and Rips here minimal. Okay, no. See, to think that Doron minimal, Rips minimal, comes minimal of Messianic code because Messianic code, if he without Vav comes around. So, okay. Let us hope that this. So meantime, as I said, I hope that the documentary will come with proper explanation, proper English, and strengthen our faith in God, etc. We will repent and we'll have Messiah coming. This is why it is called Messianic code.